Hi, people. Hey, it's me, Guy Meyer. Remember me? Remember the great campaign? You see that? Guy Meyer, bringing balanced direction to San Anselmo when we need it the most. Well, it's Saturday now, Saturday the 12th. Election day was Tuesday. I guess it's taken me some time I don't know if it's the courage or the brain power, to have a sense of what I could say to you all, except uh, a great thank you to any of my supporters, and all of my supporters in San Anselmo and across the USA, and maybe a sprinkling here on the planet in various places who will see this, who I know are supporters or friends. Um, so my election was sort of a uh, sort of, I got clobbered. I had high hopes, great expectations, as Charles Dickens might have said, uh, sort of dreaming, believing, feeling like I was as close to being a perfect town councilman as could be. Um, but that the reality, the cold bucket of water over my head arrived on election day. And of the some odd, oh, my guess, 1,500, I think there were 3,200 votes for council members, of which everybody voted twice. So that would make it about 1,800 people. I come up with 186 votes. And I have to say, I was bracing myself for the disappointment. I knew a few weeks before election day that I was not engaging the town of San Anselmo as I needed to win. Um, I still was hoping to have a more respectable showing. And I'm not going to get too deep into my uh, failures or my try to analyze. Somebody suggested, well, you could have cut your hair, wear a little better cut of clothes. Uh, that may have brought me some more votes, but I don't think that was the fundamental reason. And in order to reach the great many people, there has to be a quite a degree more practicality involved in an election campaign. And I don't know, the fact that I know so many people in San Anselmo means still that there are so many more who I don't know, and they don't know me. Well, let's try again here. Excuse me as I tidy myself up, or attempt to. It's Saturday. It's what's that, 5 days later after the election, and I'm not going to have a a powerful and wonderful analysis of why my campaign tanked. So obviously, I came away with some 186 votes out of a voting population, or voters, somewhere around 1,800 people cast ballots for council members. Each person had two votes, and the winner won by some 1,200 votes, and there I was at 186, not even among the top three. So I was very disappointed, and wanted to hide my head, but I got out there in the world, and I am faced with my my living reality that I tried. And as a friend said to me, oh my, now our work is really cut out for us. Um, the two candidates that won were the two candidates who I would probably most be uh, would not encourage anybody to vote for, um, who I think tend to believe way too unquestionably, do not seem to have any skeptical nature in them in terms of accepting this vision of progress that is coming down the pike from Sacramento, kind of crafted in the world of, I think, activists who are somehow lost track of the the connectivity of the passage of history and the nature of the battle to um, to me to reach some beautiful vision of, still we can only pray for our future generations, of sustainability, ecology, democracy that stays intact, that we do not need to be sacrificing democracy, in order to create a social justice, or whatever this terminology that our modern world has brought on. Uh, Anyhow, yeah, I had an excellent time in so many ways on this campaign. It was really a 2 month campaign, beginning around September 1st when I got back from my East Coast journey. Uh, and at that point in time, I didn't have a team set up or anything. And within a week or two, I found people who began to help me, and uh, we got a incredible poster design. We had plans that were beginning to engage with the people, and I was full of optimism and a strong sense that this could be done. Um, and then there were either missteps or things didn't get didn't get accomplished, or it was hard to reach out into the mainstream of this little town of San Anselmo, population 12,000 people, and just up across the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco, in the oasis of Marin County, and 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 yeah, my work is cut out for me. Our work is cut out for me. It puts, there's a lot of questions in terms of, even for me to be like, the audacity of putting my name on the ballot. It felt to some degree like a repudiation of whatever I was attempting to communicate. And I think it was flawed in what I was attempting to communicate, whether it would be too strident or be too um, mushy, looking for some balance that would, as a friend said, just get the W, guy, just get the W. And maybe that would have involved a better haircut and, when in Rome, look like a Roman. Um, but I had to be myself, and here we are. So right now, as far as my plans go, I'm talking to you on this internet Zoom thing, and I feel like there's some reflection and questioning of where and how I've attempted to find this message, this pogo existential message of that we are all connected, that there's no point in having an enemy, um, when we can all simply look at ourselves and see what is it that we can do. How do we empower the full circle that all humanity is on? Um, and I've often in the past expressed an urge that there could be some new party. Um, uh, little, I don't, at this moment, I don't know how to make the new party happen. Picked up my guitar, held that in my hand, and pondered the power of music to just see us all through. Um, I believe in democracy, and I believe in the whole package. That it's not to be given up on, uh, even now with a little defeat for me. I think that still somewhere there is some beginning momentum. As a friend was reading a book called Small is Beautiful today, and commenting on how inspiring he found it. And I think of that book, and I haven't read it in 50 years. And now that I think about it, I'm almost wondering if I ever read it. But I incorporated it into my my own vision of what we wanted to achieve in this planet, which is a sense of stability, that we weren't going to be a humanity that is just acts like the great mold experiment in a petri dish that has this incredible bloom and then collapses. But maybe, there's some greater forces of nature that we are going to be, that we answer to every day, that we will answer to. And uh, my vision still is that we have to keep these principles right up there for the younger generation to experience, to hold dear to them. Local democracy is a powerful tool, but it shouldn't be constrained. That your freedom of speech, your freedom of assembly, your freedom to basically assert as much local sovereignty in your world as possible. I quoted this quote a number of times in my campaign, that the people of this state do not yield their sovereignty to the agencies that serve them. This was from the Brown Act, 1953, California law. And I recognize that people say, well, after all, we elect assemblymen and senators and they pass laws, and we abide by them. That's what government is about. So we do have to render unto Caesar what Caesar is rendering unto us. And yet, I think that we have the message in 53 and 1776, and still lives in our hearts, is that we are we've been given this gift of attempting to hold this spirit of liberty and freedom to creatively control our own destiny in our hands, and we're not to surrender that to some group of people that it feels like have taken over our governments, um, our media. And I know they're all just people, and they're believing good and earnest that they're doing the right thing, but it all comes down to me, that everybody has to that I have to continue to speak up. And I'm taking a deep breath here because I know that I'm not young, and we all are feeling some pressures of health, the existence, suffering of being a living being with our nerves shot by modern civilization. I guess I'm going out here. If I can bring this back to some kind of blessing or circle again, we all influence each other. We're all connected. What is ecology? A resident asked me. It's like I had this sign saying liberty and ecology. People were looking at me like, is he a nut? What does he mean by that? Liberty. And somebody came up to me and said, what is ecology? This was a person probably 20, 30 years younger than me, but not a young person anymore. And I think maybe he was asking that just to challenge me to think. Well, I think he probably had a pretty good idea, but I'm not 100% sure. But it made me think about that. And my response was that I thought ecology referred to me, this life on the earth, and how all these, everything, when left, when not interfered with in a quote ecosystem, talk about systemic reform, how people, an ecosystem, when it is left untampered with, when it's given freedom to interact, it finds a means to of survival within every entity that is not themselves. And am I expressing that well? It was like life sustains itself with all the different parts of life participating freely. When it's destroyed by outer forces, or maybe even blindly in the sense of improving it, then it no longer provides for us. I think liberty and ecology go together hand in hand. And I've got to continue to be a voice for that. And it's been a long day, and blessings upon you and the world. And may the tension and anxiety and whatever discomfort of existence give way to feeling good, stepping outside under the trees, making some noise, not being afraid, being alive, walking through your neighborhood, saying hello, and cheers, everyone. That's how I'm wrapping it up. Bye bye.